This is the Channel 2 News Morning Edition.
Welcome back, everyone. 6:30, continuing coverage this morning of the McHugh fire. People living in Potter Valley and those surrounding communities near that fire on standby this morning just in case an evacuation is ordered.
That's right. As of last check, fire crews have not yet called for one, but additional resources are expected to arrive later this morning to help contain that fire.
Channel 2's Beth Verge joins us live with the latest. Beth, what's it like out there for you right now?
Good morning. Well, we are at the McHugh Creek trailhead. You can see behind me smoke. You can smell the smoke. You can hear all the fire crackling beyond over here. Now, as you said, people are on standby this morning waiting to see if an evacuation is going to be necessary. Thankfully, more crews are scheduled to arrive later today. Now, the Division of Forestry has not yet given the green light for that evacuation. APD and AFD will be the ones making that call. They'll be doing nixle releases online, which we will link you to on KTU.com. They'll also be going door to door. Now, as we said, additional crews scheduled to arrive later today. 5 hotshot crews, actually. That's 100 additional firefighters. They will be arriving later this morning to help and fight this blaze.
This is very steep, rugged country, about 45% slopes up there. And so going after this fire is an exhausting effort for people that are working directly on the line there. So we'll try and give them some relief.
Now, that was Incident Commander Tom Kurth at last night's press conference. There will be an additional press conference later this morning, as well as a community meeting at 7 p.m. tonight at South High School. Again, we'll be keeping you updated on this right here on Channel 2 and at KTUU.com.
Alrighty, thanks, Beth. The McHugh fire is burning within miles of Anchorage's homes, and many are doing what they can to protect themselves, including creating fire breaks. Potter Valley is above Potter Marsh, and that's been preparing for the possibility of a wind change as the fire moves closer. Some homeowners cleared out more than 40 trees from around their home to increase the defensible space. Others staged water tanks and turned on their sprinklers. The Anchorage Fire Department went door to door to make sure everyone had an evacuation plan, and for many, that meant packing up the essentials.
Well, in case of evacuations, here is a list of things that the American Red Cross suggests that you should pack in your emergency go bag. Non-perishable food items. Make sure to try to have enough water for at least 3 days for each person in your family. Carry a basic first aid kit and any medications that you'll need. Also, be sure to pack a change of clothes, personal hygiene items, things like toothbrush and toothpaste. Also, those important documents like passports, jewelry, medical information, and your birth certificate. Also, be sure to carry some extra cash with you. And if you have time, take some of those essential items that can't be replaced, things like family heirlooms, photographs, and other small keepsakes.
And to stay up to date, you can get alerts from the Anchorage Fire Department about evacuations, road closures, and you can also sign up for nixle and text email alerts. You want to text alerts on your phone, you can text the word MOA planning to 888-777. You'll be then subscribed to alerts from the Anchorage Fire and Police, the Division of Forestry, and the Office of Emergency Management. Now, to get email alerts instead, you can go to nixle.com, click on the Sign Up tab in the right-hand corner. All the instructions that you need can be found at the Muni webpage.
And air quality also an issue this morning issued by the Department of Health and Social Services because of that smoke from the wildfire. The advisory in place for South Anchorage, Turnagain Arm, and Portage Valley, where the concentration of the smoke could be. The pollutants could have a greater effect on young children, the elderly, and those with respiratory problems. And depending on the winds and the size of the fire, that advisory could change. If you do want to check the air quality in your area, you can always call the air quality hotline at 907-343-4899. You can also visit the Alaska Department of Environmental Conservation website right there on your screen for the air quality index in your area.
A temporary flight restriction is in place for the airspace above the McHugh fire this morning. The FAA has issued the restriction for, quote, providing a safe environment for firefighting. The radius of the flight restriction is about 3 nautical miles and about 5,000 feet in altitude. The restriction is effective until further notice. Pilots are advised to call their local flight service station at 1-800-WEATHER-BRIEF for the latest flight restriction information. That's 1-800-992-7433.
Well, there are statewide burn restrictions in place today as we continue with those hot, dry, and windy weather conditions. In Anchorage, there is a red flag warning and no burning allowed today, except for enclosed barbecue grills and enclosed electric smokers. Then the Matsu Valley has suspended all burn permits until conditions improve there. A general burn permit suspension also in place for Kenai, Valdez, Copper River, and Delta. That means no burning debris or using burn barrels, but small campfires and commercially made outdoor cooking and warming devices are okay to use.
Well, another wildfire that has officials scrambling is starting to simmer down. Crews are gaining on the 731-acre Toke River wildfire. It's now 48% contained. Cool, cloudy conditions and rain are helping firefighters. The fire is about 8 miles southwest of Toke, near mile 115 of the Toke cutoff. The Division of Forestry says the fire continues to smolder and creep in black spruce, light logging slash, and tall grasses. Single tree torching occurs periodically, producing smoke visible from the community of Toke all the way to the highway. And we are keeping you all up to date at KTUU for the latest on the McHugh fires and the other wildfires around our state. You can check it all out at ktuu.com. We actually got a special page for the McHugh fire. 6:36, David is back to really talk about weather, and we've got some relief on the way.
We do, and to give you an idea as to how